How much time I say the same thing, the masses, a lot of the masses won't get it. Yo, because what I try to tell the people is chemical is not good for the human being body, period. You understand? The human being body wasn't built for chemical. That means if any kind of consume of chemical in the human being body, it go cause a reaction. That's where you get sickness from. And a lot of people gonna say, oh, Mag, you ain't no doctor, so how do you know that? But you have to have knowledge. Knowledge mean that you can conquer all of that. You understand? You can figure out a lot of shit that's going on only by using your brain and put shit together. Now, I know for 100% fact that the human body not supposed to be having no chemical. All chemical cause sickness on the human being. And that's one of the reasons why they give it to you, the chemical. Because, of course, they have to make the whole wide world sick. So they depend on medication. And you never get it. Cancer and all was caused by chemical in the human being body. Now the question is, how did the chemical get in your body? Watch this right here as I show you the glass of water right there. You understand? Chemical is what make the water so-called pure. That's what they tell you. Because they can use any water and turn it into this clear drinking water for you. You understand? What a lot of people don't get, the Nestle water come from a pond. A muddy water pond, you understand, in the middle of nowhere. They just suck the water out of there, put the chemicals in there, and so-called whatever they use, treatment, and it's all water right there, clear drinking water for you. And of course, I told you, chemical never good for the masses. Let's get into the story right here with your chemical in your water.
A lot of cancer happened here. This house had cancer.
First thing they mention is cancer. There's a lot of cancer around here, pointing on a house. That house, somebody in there got cancer. This one got on a purple jacket. Show you one thing is Freemason programming, but pay attention.
My two childhood friends also had children with cancerous brain tumors.
That? Two childhood friends got two kids with cancer also. Pay attention to them because they like to push cancer on the masses. One reason, because they get to milk you. A lot of time you go to the doctor, he might just diagnose you with cancer so he can get you on some cancer medication. That's how they do it, because their whole fucking thing is to sell you medication. That's what gonna keep the masses alive, so-called. You understand? They're the one who do it, people. They give you the poison, and now they're running with the treatment, selling it to you.
Hope Gross and Joanne Stanton say this is the toxic legacy of their childhoods, growing up near two naval...
Yes, near naval base. As you can see, your Navy right there, and your big old star. And of course, red and blue for your division. But I'm telling you right now, people, if you feel like this is where the cancer come from and this is where you get your sickness, you're in a world of hurt. You understand? They're not doing nothing right here, basically, to put no chemical in the water. The chemical is what they use to so-called purify the water. You're not getting it, people. Wake your ass up.
Bases in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, this is where we...
So what about the people that don't live near to a Navy base? They don't live not even close, but they still have cancer. You can explain that? As you can see, the diamond metal fence right there for Freemasons.
Stood as children.
Watching the Navy train to put out aircraft fires.
Yes.
The firefighting foam...
Put out fire, airplane fires. It's nothing but garbage, people. They're always trying to divert the masses of where you really get cancer from. They might put in sprinkle a little truth in there, because they basically have to tell you that it's chemical give you cancer, but they won't tell you where that chemical come from.
Running into creeks, ponds, and soil.
Yes, you run into creeks, ponds, and soil. And I told you, people, when you look at the so-called water, where they get the water from for you to drink, it's right here. Something similar to this. You're not getting it. When I tell you about the muddy pond that Nestle get the water from, I did a video on it to show you where body water come from. But pay attention, not this right here, people. When you take up this water right here, what you're gonna do to it to make it so-called pure for the human being to drink is chemical, people. 100%. And I told you, it would be better if you drink this dirty water than drink it after they chemical it. You understand? Because I told you, if your body get chemical, that's when you start getting sick. You understand? That's what called cancer, tumors, every fucking complication, high blood pressure, All of that shit come from your water, your food, all of them shit, all chemical based for the masses.
Ponds and soil.
I don't think we were worried about anything.
Until 2014, when EPA tests revealed chemicals known as PFAS
You hear
used
that? Always some EPA, some bullshit. They act like they're standing up for the people, but you never get it, people. They're the one who poison you to begin with. The government always plays savior, but they're the one who hurting the masses. Take a look at this right here. They tell you all these so-called chemicals that in the water. Yes, and it's because it got a Navy base close to it. And I told you, if they do any test on any water in America that run through the faucet, even the fucking bottled water, they still got chemical in it. 100% in. And why you can read a label on our drinking water? Why you think that? Why you think they got a so-called ingredients in the water? Of course they do. Read your label. They got ingredients in the water. What kind of ingredients they put in the water again? It's all chemical, people. Wake your ass up.
in the foam had seeped into the area's drinking
Yes,
water.
it's a foam that's
One well in
seeping
Warminster
there.
had
Bullshit.
among the highest levels of PFAS in the country, 1,400 parts per trillion, 20 times more than the EPA suggests is safe over a lifetime.
You hear that? The EPA suggests what is safe for a lifetime, how much chemical is safe for a lifetime. I told you, people, they're the one who poison you slowly but surely.
For chemicals the government acknowledges may be linked to cancer
go.
and other
You hear that? They're gonna acknowledge it that the chemical lead to cancer. Just like I don't tell you, people. That's what causes all body complication is those chemicals. But how do you get it is the question. Not seeking from no damn plant or no damn Navy base. You understand me? Is what they actually feeding you. That's what it is, people. The water you pick up at the store got that chemical in it. The food you eat got that chemical in it.
Health issues.
No doubt
We
about
were
it.
all in the same toxic cesspool. We all drank the same water.
And that, they suspect, may explain Hope's stage 4 melanoma at 25
Yes.
and the brain tumor found in Joanne's 6
And this is 6-year-old right here, people, with a brain tumor. And I told you already, people. How long it take for a human being to grow a tumor? How do a 6-year-old have a tumor, people? That don't make no fucking sense, you hear me? Back in the days, and I told you, this is why they're scared of the generation that I'm coming from. Because I basically see it all, you understand? No doubt about it. We there, see it all, know when they change shit, know when every fucking thing start coming to life with brain tumors in kids all of a sudden, people. You believe that used to be? No. Kids never used to have cancer. That's what you need to know. This new generation of cancer being 6-year-old kids. Yes, people.
year old son.
Doctors came in and started asking my husband and I very pointed questions. Where do you live? Where did you grow up? Did you or your husband ever use or work with chemicals or pesticides?
What's
You hear
going
that? Wow, as somebody else in another purple shirt. You hear what they just mentioned? Chemical and pesticide. The same fucking killer for the masses. And what they do with the pesticide again? Remind me. They spray it on your vegetable. Did you hear me? They spray it on your vegetable. Now, what you gotta understand with foods that grow vegetable, if you spray anything on it, it gonna seek in it. That's what you need to know, people. There's no taking back that chemical from that so-called food that you spray. You understand? And what it gonna do? Suppose it be burnt off? No, people, it's bullshit. Once they put that chemical on your food, that's what you actually get in. And that's why I tell you, people, it's all a scheme to poison everybody. They need you to die fast so they could bring in the new generation of dummies. And of course, I tell you that, it's for real. The new generation is going to be dumbed down because they get to put new shit on them and tell them, oh, this was here for 10,000 years ago and this is here for, you know what I mean? New discovery. Just like you see them doing right now on you. They at work, people. They're never going to tell you the truth. It's all about deception.
through your mind?
I immediately started looking into environmental causes. Immediately.
Bullshit.
The
And
military-
that person would never cry because they all fake.
Firefighters in the foam were magnets for children. Here, spraying kids at a fundraiser in 1982.
Causes. Immediately.
Wow.
The military firefighters in the foam were magnets for children. Here, spraying kids at a fundraiser in
Wow, so they spray the foam on the kids at a fundraiser. Wow, people, you worry about the foam? Just let me know. Is the foam that worry you? The foam is what gonna seek into your water and poison you. Wow, I told you people, if that was the only thing that giving people cancer, almost nobody wouldn't have that shit. That's what you need to understand. They poison everything for the masses. Everything that you consume got these chemicals in it to poison your body.
1982. Across the country, the Defense Department found potential PFAS contamination at 401 bases. As far back as
Hear that? Yes, all bases. Yes, they find all those cancer shit. And I told you, when they tell you this, what they do, people, they distract you from the truth. And that's why I give it the BAM. You understand? It distract you from the truth. You never understand that they really poison you in your food and your water. They tell you about this naval base poison the masses. Dumb on.
95, reports suggested a risk to drinking water. The Defense Department tells NBC.
There go your Defense Department, all stars, and of course, you see those lines? Make sun rays. You see it? Of course, people, the eagle represent Freemasonry. 100%.
No one is drinking water above the EPA's lifetime health advisory level.
Lifetime health. And I told you already, people, they're the one who decide what lifetime you're gonna have. You understand? Of course, they shorten the lifespan of the human being. That's why they give you those chemicals.
Is the known source, and that the Navy is funding the treatment of public water supply wells.
Wow.
The DoD also says it no longer uses fire.
Treatment. Yes, they're gonna find the treatment for that. It's bullshit, people. Wake your ass up. It's garbage.
Foam containing PFAS for land-based testing and training. Only emergencies.
I think we need to step back and ask the question, why are we making chemicals that will never go away?
PFAS
Why are we making chemicals that would never go away? You name one thing that they built up that's not built up on chemical. You tell me, people. All science is chemical. A lot of people don't get it. They feel like, oh, scientists tell you what the earth look like and space and all of this shit that they're fooling the masses with about timing and all of this shit with your so-called scientists. What do you think the scientist is there to do? Mix up chemical for the masses. Mix up potion is science. You need to wake your ass up. That's what they call science from day one. Mix up potion and see what the fucking reaction.
Everywhere, says Linda Birnbaum, the recently retired head of the National Toxicology Program. They're used to repel water, grease, and oil in all sorts of things, from carpets to nonstick cookware to clothing.
Yes, non-stick.
Used to repel water, grease, and oil in all sorts of things, from carpets to nonstick cookware to
non-stick cookware is another thing that they use on the masses.
From carpets to nonstick.
Wow, you see this right here, people. This right here. Wow, I told you, man. They keep coming out with more and more frying pan, and I told you, even though you see this frying pan look like this, in a little bit it go be peeling. What they put on that right there, what's in the bottom, and why it's have to peel, people, and what it doing to your body when you eat it. Wow, you're not getting it, people. All these new frying pan, they even give you copper. They give you even a copper pattern. When I'm growing up, I know that copper is actually poison. That's why they make bullets out of copper, and people never understand. Why would you buy a copper pot? That's a poison for the masses, and this is also that shit that they put on the bottom, whether it's Teflon or whatever they call it, whatever they use for this non-stick, and of course it burn and burn and burn till it's starting to peel. What gonna happen when you eat it? You're not getting it, people. On the stone pot, they come out one called the stone pot also. Yes, that one turned yellow and black, burnt up. And they tell you that it can't. They're tricking the masses with these fucking shit. And of course, they got chemical in it.
To clothing. Though two of the most studied, PFOA and PFOS, have been phased out in the U.S., Birnbaum worries about the other 5,000 PFAS chemicals that may be just as dangerous.
There are regulations for many, many chemicals in our drinking water, things like arsenic.
Listen, people, many chemicals in our water. Yes, but you got to understand, people, it didn't leak from no naval base. They actually put it in there on purpose.
Maybe just as dangerous.
There are regulations for many, many chemicals in our drinking water, things like arsenic, lead.
Are there any regulations regarding PFAS?
In our drinking water, currently, it is not regulated.
Here in Hope and Joanne.
So it's a chemical that's not regulated, but it can actually give you cancer. There you go, people. What you think? I already told you, there's a mission to poison the masses. The elites do it. Now, when you hear them talk about depopulation, is that right there? You understand? That's how they depopulate the masses. 100%. They give you those birth control pills, all of that shit to consume the people. Make sure you can't really pollute the place with kids or have a lot of kids. You understand me? It's the same thing this water do to you. You understand? You drink that shit Of course, that's depopulation. It kill you faster. Wake your ass up, people. And they're never gonna tell you the truth on the news, what's really causing cancer and why those chemicals end up in your water and your food. Yes, just believe the mag. That's where it's come from. Wake your ass up. I'm gone.